Welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling, right? That powerful, almost irresistible pull for a nap in the middle of the day. Well, it turns out it's not just about being tired. It's actually a sign of this really complex and fascinating process happening inside your brain. And today we're going to break down exactly what that is.
So what is really going on in there when you close your eyes for just 20 minutes? We're going to dive into the powerful chemical cleanup that happens, this incredible energy surge it creates, and, get this, even how a nap can build a kind of emotional armor for your day.
Okay, so to really get the power of a nap, we have to start at the beginning. Why do we even get sleepy in the first place? Because it's not just some vague feeling, it's a physical process, and it all comes down to one tiny molecule that's building up in your brain as we speak. Let me introduce you to adenosine. You can kind of think of it as your brain's own internal sleep timer. Seriously, from the moment you wake up, the clock starts, and this stuff begins to build up. The more of it you have, the more your brain starts sending out these little signals that it's time to rest. This growing feeling, that's what scientists call sleep pressure. And this chemical buildup isn't just in your head. It has a direct, measurable impact on your performance. As those adenosine levels keep climbing, your brain's functions literally start to slow down. It can feel like your thoughts are trying to move through mud.
Yeah, and this slide just lays it all out, right? The difference is night and day. On one side, you've got a brain that's bogged down by all that adenosine. It's slow, it's foggy. But on the other side, a brain with low adenosine is sharp, it's alert, and it's ready to go. The contrast is huge.
So we've all been there. You feel that pressure building, you're starting to lose focus, and you finally just give in and take that nap. Well, the moment you close your eyes, your brain kicks off this super important process, a little bit of chemical housekeeping.
And this is the secret sauce. This is why you feel so much better after even a short nap. Your brain is literally washing away the adenosine that was making you feel so sleepy and slow. This whole process just reduces that sleep pressure and basically gives you a clean slate to tackle the rest of your day. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets really cool. Getting rid of the adenosine, that's only half the battle. A nap isn't just about removing the negative stuff, the sleepiness. It's also about actively creating a powerful, positive force for your brain. It's not just a reset, it's a genuine power-up.
So how does this chemical cleanup turn into a full-on energy boost? Well, it all comes down to recharging your brain at the most fundamental cellular level.
I love this quote from a major study in the Journal of Neuroscience because it's a total game changer. It forces us to completely flip the script on how we think about sleep. It's not just about getting back to where you started. It's about creating a massive surplus of energy.
So, think of it like this. While that sleepiness molecule, adenosine, is building up all day, your brain's actual fuel source, ATP, is being used up. ATP is like the high-octane gasoline that powers literally everything your brain does, from critical thinking to making new memories.
And this chart, wow, just look at this. When you're awake, your ATP levels are, at a steady baseline. But during sleep, they don't just recover, they more than double, surging way up to over 235% of your normal waking levels. That isn't restoration, my friends. That is a massive energy surplus that gets your brain ready for peak performance.
Okay, so beyond the chemicals and the energy boost, a nap gives you this surprising and honestly profound psychological advantage. It can actually change how you react to the world around you.
This whole idea is tied to a concept called habituation. It sounds kind of technical, but it's really simple. It's just your brain getting used to things. The first time you hear a car alarm, you jump. By the 10th time, you barely even notice it. Your brain has learned to just dial down its own reaction. So, to see how this works with emotions, researchers set up this really clever experiment. They had two groups of people and showed them some highly negative images. Then, one group got to take a nap while the other group had to stay awake. After that, they brought them back and showed both groups the images again, all while measuring their physical stress responses. And the results were crystal clear. That nap acted like an emotional reset button. The nappers had a much calmer physical response when they saw the images the second time around. It's like the nap helped their brains process that negative emotion, effectively building them a layer of emotional armor for the rest of the day. All right, so now that we understand the incredible why behind napping, the chemical cleanup, the energy surge, the emotional regulation, let's get down to brass tacks with the practical how.
Mastering the perfect nap really just boils down to a simple 3-step process. First up, timing. You want to aim for that 1 to 3 p.m. window, which works with your body's natural dip in alertness. Second, length. Keep it short and sweet. 20 to 30 minutes is the sweet spot. That gives you maximum benefit without that groggy feeling. And finally, that short length is key
because it makes sure you don't clear out too much adenosine so you can still fall asleep easily later that night.
So let's just all agree to reframe the nap. It is not a sign of laziness or weakness. It is a high-performance strategy. Think about it. In just a few short minutes, you're clearing out sleep pressure, you're triggering a massive surge in your brain's cellular energy, and you're reinforcing your emotional resilience for whatever the rest of the day throws at you.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? If a quick 20-minute nap can do all of that, what other incredible secrets about the power of rest are we totally missing out on? That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.